Welcome to Mumbai, 47.
I've done a lot of things here in Mumbai, but there's one final thing that must be done before I can leave the chasing ghost mission behind. I need to take out the targets perfectly, without any trace of me ever being there, leaving no evidence behind, and without ever taking off this very stylish Requiem suit. Enter like a shadow, leave like a ghost. A perfect, silent assassin. And to do that, I require preparation, patience, and precision.
47. This is one of the Mumbai chawls. My records show a few residential complaints about a new tenant in the building. Something related to strange behavior. It might be worth looking into.
Now, I over-prepared a little bit. I don't quite need the remote taser I found. In fact, I don't even really need the pistol I have, but it's hard to leave the ICA silver baller behind. It's a bit of a classic. Surely the ideal way to take out my targets without leaving any traces whatsoever would be if I didn't have to get my hands dirty myself. Enter the Kashmirian.
Well. It appears we have a rival assassin in Mumbai, and he's training his sights on Dawood Rangan. By the looks of it, I'd say we're dealing with a local operator, known as the Kashmirian.
What I wouldn't give for a world-class sniper rifle right now.
A local hitman known as the Kashmirian is in Mumbai on business. He set up a sniper nest in a tower above a stairwell in the local chawl. It appears he's targeting the luxury apartment belonging to Dawood Rangan, but has encountered a problem. Perhaps you can assist him.
Why not? The sniper rifle seems good enough. Let me just adjust the scope a little bit.
Good thinking, 47. Now, if we could only make Rangan appear in that window somehow. Karan Dar, aka the Kashmirian, was born in the US, but fled to his mother's native land, India, 20 years ago, following an FBI investigation into a string of serial killings in Texas. He adopted a new identity here, and now works as a gun for hire for local mobsters. But who would want Rangan dead?
This works into a mission story called Broad Strokes that involves me becoming Rangan's painter.
47. It appears the Kashmirian is using this room as a base of operations. Let's see what he's up to in here.
Looks like he is taking out Rangan at the orders of Vanya Shah. Interesting. If you knock out the Kashmirian, you will find his USB stick, which you can put into the computer and find out all kinds of information. Handy, and that's one way of leading the story to its natural ending. But I have bigger plans. Dawood Rangan is having his portrait painted in the style of, quote-unquote, Da Vinci meets Jackson Pollock, however the hell that's supposed to work. Again, this is another option where you can step inside, take on the role of the painter itself, and deal with Rangan yourself. But again, suit only, silent assassin. I want to involve myself as little as possible, and there is no way I'm taking off this immaculate suit. Being able to see the line of sight of the camera with instinct.
Amazing how Rangan managed to put together another epic, huh? I can't wait to see the results.
It's really useful. It also makes it so that you can sort of try to avoid them as much as you can if you're not going to take the time to go inside and destroy the evidence, which is right next to us here, but it's a bit risky. A lot of people in here. There's a tube of paint here, and wouldn't you know, since we are dealing with a painter, I'm sure that will come in handy. This construction site has a lot of cool things scattered about. For now though, it's time to leave this thing here. Pick up the lethal poison pill jar we found in the Kashmirian's apartment, and sadly leave the briefcase behind. The briefcase is another one of my favorite additions to Hitman 2. And it is going to see some great moments this time around.
We are spending millions of rupees every day on this movie, and it's all going up in flames. The script is missing. Gregory Arthur is missing. I mean, is anything in order here?
When are you going to be done fixing those colors? I mean, how long is it going to take to smudge out a few blues and reds?
I'm creating art here. 70% of the work is finding the right colors. Color mixing is an entire art form on its own. It takes time.
Yeah, well, get a move on. Mr. Rongan wants you to go and get him as soon as you're done mixing your fancy colors there. You got it?
Fine.
So if you want to follow the mission story,
Way out of this mess.
this is your time.
I fake my own death. Just for a decade or so.
Sneak inside, take him out,
New identity. Start over with
take
a
his
new brand
outfit,
painting.
you know the deal. But it's not our goal here. In fact, this is basically all we need to do.
Wait, what? Is that? That wasn't there before, was it? It looks perfect. Guess there's no more excuses left.
All right, 47. Let's see if the aim of our Kashmirian friend is true.
So, assuming the Kashmirian knows what he's doing, that should be the end of Dawood Rangan. But of course he's not our only target. So, let's see what we can do about Vanya Shah.
The new foreman looks to be a dedicated worker. He hasn't left the office since he got here.
Oh, no, that's not it. I was up there in the office when he came in. One of the guards told him that the slum queen wanted to talk to him. The guy turned all grey and started stammering.
Wait, he didn't know she had taken over the business?
I don't think so. The guard also told him what happened to the previous foreman. I'm pretty sure that's why he's not coming out.
So he's waiting for nightfall so he can slip out.
Probably. Sadly for him, we work day and night. Alright, so I need to understand a few things here. Nobody keeps track of time in any way?
The old foreman didn't really care so much about time. It was all about getting things done.
So how did he track that? I can't see any of his old files here.
I don't know where they might be.
Alright, how about the workload? How do you guys keep track of how many orders you go through in a day?
The old foreman did all that. I think he kept most of it in his head, actually. That was one of the things Miss Shah didn't really like. That and the fact that he would give us breaks.
She doesn't like giving breaks?
Hates it.
I see. Thank you.
Patience, remember?
I don't know where the papers are. If I could just find them...
That shot came from the chawls. It looks like the Kashmirian finally got a clear line of fire. Dawood Rangan is dead, and not even by your hand, 47. What will you think of next?
Oh, Diana, I am not done yet.
Hold up, 47. The Kashmirian is on the move. He's heading for another flat inside the chawls. This might be worth investigating. If nothing else, we may get a lead on who his client is. The Kashmirian is moving to an apartment in the chawl. It's facing the laundry area. I suggest we find out what he's up to, 47.
That's the end of you.
The ICA executive briefcase is going to see some use this run. Which is good. It is a stylish briefcase. The foreman walks around here panicking a little bit. Again, we've done one of these things before. You can knock him out, take his place, go have a chat with Vanya Shah. But much like with Rangan and the painter, that's not the plan. You may have heard him talking about the documents he's missing. The old foreman's details of how exactly to run the entire laundry operation. Well, the goal is to find those documents. And while this feels pretty risky, running around over here, it's actually pretty safe. They all seem to be distracted by other things.
No, I think I accidentally scared him by telling him what he did to the guy who had the job before him.
Your guess is as good as mine as to how the document ended up right here next to the bricks, but here they are.
you know what we should do with the pledge? But I don't want to make a mistake. I have no idea. The new foreman hasn't let anyone know. I asked the guards if I could talk to him, but they said no.
Let's hope my suit didn't get any dirt on it. Sneak around back there.
Go through whatever piles are closest to you, I guess.
I understand.
The foreman is a surprisingly nice guy, actually. Kind of just in over his head. So how about we help him out as best we can?
Anya? It's me. I'm still at the office. Look, I know I said that this job would change our lives, but I think I may have miscalculated. No, I'm alright, but my boss... Well, it's the slum queen, Vanya Shah. I can't do that. We need the money. Maybe this is a good thing, you know? If I do well here, maybe we can get her to root more power over to the house. Maybe even enough to let Kiara use the computer for her studies. I know it's dangerous, but what am I gonna do? I can't run away now. I need to compile a report on what I want to do to make this place better. And then we meet with her later on. I just wanted to call you to let you know that I'm going to come home late. All right, Anya. I'll call you later, okay?
See? I would have felt bad if I'd taken him out. Plus, it's very
These
unprofessional.
weren't here a moment ago. Huh. These are the old foreman's reports. Interesting approach.
Alright. That's 2. This will lure Vanya Shah to the bridge to a chat with the foreman. And it's about time for me to check out what the Kashmirian is doing.
Where is she? She was supposed to be on the bridge already.
Tell me about it. I haven't had a bangla since high school. I don't even
So,
know.
the Kashmirian is scoping out a bridge in an area primarily used as a laundry business. Interesting. It recently changed ownership and now belongs to Vanya Shah. It looks like he's found a new target and is waiting for her to get on the bridge. Perhaps your mentoring days aren't entirely over yet.
Patience again?
Well done, 47. You've managed to lure Vanya Shah out into the open. Anything could happen here.
And before we know it...
That is Vanya Shah taking care of 47. Are you planning on outsourcing all your work to the Kashmirian from now on?
Ah, if only I could.
The Kashmirian is on the move again. It's paid off to follow him so far. Maybe he will lead us to the maelstrom. 47, the Kashmirian is on the move again. He looks to be leaving his apartment, possibly the trawl itself. I suggest following him to see where this will end.
I don't see why not. And the beauty of it, of course, is that he has no reason to suspect me of anything because I haven't done anything.
You don't know me, but your boss will want to talk to me. By now, he should have found out about the unfortunate fates of Rangan and Shah. I am the one responsible. Mad? No. On the contrary, I consider it a successful job interview. Just tell me where to go. Ah, yes, of course. I'll be there in no time.
The Kashmirian is an interesting character with a lot of courage to do what he's trying to do. And why not see this through to the end?
The kidnapping of Nelius Duval happened shortly after an explosion tore through either state-of-the-art
Now,
R&D lab into
the temptation here
causing billions worth of
is to
damage.
take him out,
Incident occurred
take his place, and meet with the Maelstrom. But again, different plans, different options.
Alright. This is it. The crow's nest. Do or die, Karen. Live up to the legend. Or die trying.
There are so many things in each level that it's nearly impossible to show off all of them. We'd be here for years. Speaking of the dialogue you can get as a painter, the dialogue you can get as a foreman, the dialogue you can get as the Kashmirian. Listening to him introduce himself. But we have more important things to do. And this will be
Nice.
bystander 2 and 3. Of course they don't actually die, they just take a bit of a briefcase-induced nap. This is the crow's nest, the underground hideout of the Maelstrom and his gang.
Grab it and toss it in one of the furnaces in the metal workshop. Barabar? This is the third time you're asking me this question. What's wrong with you? Nothing's wrong with me, okay? I just want to make sure I don't mess up when the boss asks me to do something.
Just relax. Yes, you grab the powder into the furnace, lots of smoke goes up. Whatever happens after that isn't your concern.
Okay, good. I wonder what does happen after the smoke goes up.
Not your concern.
Fine.
It's a whole area here
Dana.
that I haven't even showed off at all so far, despite the many things we've done in Mumbai already.
Okay. Oh, what is that? I don't have time for this stupidity.
And we should be recognizing that voice right around now. We have found the Maelstrom. Again, we have an option right here of taking him out if you want to. With the taser, the pistol, anything. But if we can't have Kashmirian kill them all, then the least we can do is pin the crime on him.
The man from Kashmir enters the lion's den. I guess you know who I am by now.
But I wasn't entirely sure until now. You was Yakale, the Maelstrom.
You killed two of my most trusted allies. Childhood friends, lifelong companions. And now you're here.
I accepted a contract from Miss Shaw. She wanted Mr. Rangan out of the picture. But I decided to play them both, so I offered him a counter deal. Initially, I just wanted to secure the upfront fee from Rangan. But then I started hearing the rumors about the return of the Maelstrom.
And so you took a chance. You figured if Rangan was assassinated, I would put two and two together. Eventually, I would have to teach the Slum Queen a lesson. You took it upon yourself to help me out before I asked. A show of skill. A move to get to the top. Tell me, is that right?
Yes. Did it work?
Dawood and Vanya lost their way once they returned here to Mumbai. I blame myself for their failures. I should not have let them go back without me. They got lost in their egotistical pursuits. Dawood thinking he could usurp my legend through his movies. Vanya assuming some mythological regency over the people of the slums. They forgot that which mattered the most.
What was that?
Legacy. In time, you become your actions. Vanya became cruel. Dawood became a hollow man. I am here to atone for my past. I now know that I can only solve problems through violence, and there will be much to solve in the future. I could use a man with your skills. Will you join the cause?
I will, Maelstrom.
Very well. You are now one of us. You can walk around freely in the crow's nest. We will need to talk again, but not now.
Thank you.
And of course the Kashmirian was thoroughly frisked before he entered here, so he wouldn't have a pistol. He wouldn't have a taser mine. Which means we rely on Old Faithful. And our hands.
The infamous Maelstrom is dead. Very well done, 47. Mission completed. Time to find an exit.
Now, if he is found, the last person that saw him alive was the Kashmirian. The man who already assassinated 2 figures and went one-on-one with the Maelstrom. Now, pardon me as I talk over Maelstrom's manifesto to let you know just how much I enjoyed this trio of mission stories that blended together. This is probably my favorite so far. I really like the idea of letting someone else do the work for me pretty much every step of the way, and in the process accomplish Silent Assassin suit only. Mumbai has been an excellent mission, and I still haven't done every challenge. There's a lot of them still to go. But it is time to leave it behind and move on. I hope you enjoyed. And may I recommend, if you have the game yourself, to do some of these challenges and see some of the dialogue. There's some great stuff there. One-liners all over the place. Particularly when I take the role of Kashmirian myself. But enough of me. It's time to watch, finally, the end cinematic after Mumbai. Of course, first we need to go through the score screen and look at the sheer amount of points you manage to rack up when doing it this way. The Broad Strokes is the Painter mission story, which is kind of a secret because it leads into extra hidden mission stories. It's pretty amazing. Before I finished this run, I believe I was level 12 or 13. And with the sheer amount of challenges I'm accomplishing, I'm stacking up 43,000 experience. There we go, 13. That'll easily put us at 20, giving us the achievement for full mastery of Mumbai and all the assorted unlocks. And that's where the Mumbai story ends. There are still 2 places left to go, and a lot of story still left to see. Starting with this. Until next time, goodbye.
According to records, this was a youth correctional facility until 1962, when the estate was overtaken by an obscure Soviet research fund, the Institute for Human Betterment.
Looks deserted.
The place was abandoned after a fire in '89. Then, only a few weeks ago, it was acquired by an anonymous investor using cryptocurrency. It has to be Lucas Gray.
He's here.
Be careful, 47. The breadcrumbs were almost too easy to follow. It could be a trap.
Not a trap. An invitation.
You came home. I knew you would. You've come a long way, 47. And even now, you don't remember.
This place.
This was our prison, where Father trained us, shaped us into killers for Providence. Now, you don't remember. They ripped it out of you, wiped it away, but I do. I remember everything.
You're a terrorist with nothing to lose. You'd say anything.
I know, it's difficult. You never miss your mark or question your function, but we made a pact. You and I. Do this, and we both lose.
There was an incident. That boy, he died.
He lived. Because of you. Don't you remember his name? You know this. Deep down, you know. What was his name?
Subject 6. Your name is Subject 6.
And what is our purpose?
To take them all down.